Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. On behalf of myself, Neil Long, if he ever turns up, Chantal Rickards, Phil Dave, Jonathan Baz, all the gang at the Midday Show, may I just wish you a very happy, healthy, and successful New Year. Talking of grumpy, dopey, and sleepy, ladies and gentlemen, panto time, Neil Longie Long.
Well, same to you with knobs on.
Well, sure. I don't think I went to see. I went away. Well, just down to be with family in the country.
Yeah.
And in this little tiny town in the countryside, they've got a fabulous theatre, right?
Oh yeah.
And they were doing. I mean, it's a beautiful theatre. It's amazing to find it there. And they were doing a panto, which was Sleeping Beauty, and they did at night the adult version, the adult full smart Neil Long version. It
I
was
love the way you associate me with smart. I don't know.
Well, I've seen you stand up, boy. I've seen it. Anyway,
right.
it was absolutely disgusting and hilarious. Hilarious. It was
Brilliant.
so naughty and so funny, and the audience were crying with laughter. I mean, it was just brilliant. Naturally, the bloody dame comes off the stage, walks in front of stage, starts to walk up the aisle. I'm thinking, oh no, and picks on me.
Oh no,
picks on me. Now, the interesting, I'm sometimes have weird little psychic thoughts, and I thought, what happens? They're bound to pick on somebody in the audience. And he said, "And what's your name?" I said, "Russell." And, "Where do you live, Russell?" I said, right in my face. Everyone's looking. Lights are up. I said, "London." "And what do you do for a living?" I said, "I'm a comedy writer." The place erupted. The place. I got this huge round of applause, and he had nowhere to go. He was very good. It was a terrific show. Can I give you an idea of what it was? There's always the character like Muddles, who's like, the one who comes to hiya gang,
the dozy one, yeah,
the dozy one. So this, I don't know the guy who was playing it. It was very, very good. And he goes, "Now, everybody, when I want you to be in my gang. Do you want to be in my gang?" "Yes, of course. Yes, right. So every time I come on, what I want you to do is you go, 'Hiya, gang,' and you go, 'Fuck off, Muddles.'"
I was a bit worried that do you want to be in my gang?
Yeah, well, I was you can't.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? How was your Christmas, fella, and New Year? And
Christmas was great, thank you. Spent time with my daughter, which is always lovely, and my girlfriend and friends, and then had a killer New Year's Eve.
Friends.
Killer New Year's Eve disco gig in Dartford, which was great fun.
In where? Sorry, I'm so sorry. My earphones. I've got one working. Going to buy some new ones today. Where was the gig?
Dartford.
Guildford.
Dartford.
Dartford? Was it Dartford?
Yeah, Dartford.
Mick Jagger.
Then I had my first comedy gig of the year on the 1st of January, which was nice. That was good fun. So
how did that go down? Did it go down
really
well?
good? Yeah, I've nailed all the gigs I've done in December and January, so I'm quite proud of myself at the moment. I haven't had one bad one, so it's all been rather delicious.
This is impressive. And have you got loads lined up for?
I'm in the process of booking. I haven't got quite as many as I'd like. I've got my own gig this Thursday. I'm not on, but if I could give that a cheeky plug, if you're in the Hampton area and you fancy coming down. Would that
the
be
day
right?
King Henry got his Hampton Court.
No, not Hampton Court. I must be clear on that. It's Hampton.
Can you imagine? 2,000 people turn up at Hampton Court. Where's Neil? Not on. Well, my year ended, as you know. I'm just going to get it out there and get over it.
I'm so sorry to hear your news.
Bless you, man. Mate. Bless you. It was her time. I mean, I'm still really upset about it and everything like that. But I mean, deeply, heartbroken. But it was her time.
They're part of the family. I was absolutely mortified when I lost my dog. Absolutely mortified.
Yeah, I know it's rough, but as you have to do, you got to do when you love They love you unconditionally. You love them unconditionally. And you got to do what's right for them, not what's right for you.
I know.
That's
I know,
love.
and it's heartbreaking, and it's not a decision. It's a decision I had to make once, and or just sort of not stop the vet from doing it, and it was shocking, absolutely horrendous.
So that was my New Year's Eve. It had somewhat of a dark pall over the whole thing, but you know.
Well, my dad died on New Year's Eve about 15
Jesus.
Years. Was it 2014? It's 2026 now.
God,
so,
Longie.
14, 12 years. Is that right? 2014.
Please tell me.
Yeah, 12 years ago. Huh?
Please tell me you cancelled your party.
Well, no, because he wouldn't have wanted me to. And he was already gone at that point. I couldn't have done anything.
I was joking.
Oh.
Oh, God, are you serious? Are you winding me up?
I'm serious. I did the gig that night. Because
wow. I was joking with you. I was just pushing it because I've known you so like Christ.
No, that's all right. No, he collapsed at 10 in the morning, and then 4 o'clock.
How old was your dad when he went?
Gone 78 when he died.
Nothing. Bloody hell.
So he'd done well. He was always so fit as well. So I mean, he was putting me to shame. I'd be sleeping off the hangover, and he'd be up swimming a mile at 6 o'clock in the morning and putting up scaffolding when he was 77. How big's your bathroom? And terrifying my mother. Sorry.
How big's your bath?
My bath?
No, it's a swimming gag. All right.
Oh, that was a terrible joke, Russ. Come on, comedy writer. Come on, you can do better than that, man.
So was it? All right. One more question. Was it unexpected? He just went.
He'd gone rapidly downhill. There'd been what he thought was a blip in the family financial affairs, and he thought falsely that he'd lost a lot of money, and he thought he wouldn't have enough, and it wasn't true. And I kept on trying to tell him it's not true, but he was so convinced that it was. And I actually sat down with him on 2 sessions for 3 hours, and we went through an itinerary of everything, including the freaking linen. I mean, down to that level. And I proved it on paper that he was fine. And I take no joy in saying I was right. He had enough to be comfortable. Not like ridiculously rich, but, comfortable for the rest of his life. And he wouldn't buy it, and he just kept worrying. I think he worried himself to death. It was awful. And he just went like that. Having said that, it was a terrible shock for us. But as deaths go, he had the jackpot because it was quick and painless. So
it's all you could wish for, isn't it?
If the cards had to be dealt anyway, if we have to have that hand of cards, I would rather it was dealt that way. Who wouldn't? And again, it comes back to what's right for them, not for you.
Completely. Absolutely. And I was doing a funeral recently, and the lady just got back from a cruise. Everything was marvelous, and she literally dropped dead in the house. Boom. Oh. And she had 2 cruises booked for next year and everything like that. Family, obviously, and especially the 100 were terribly upset. Husband, you can imagine. And I said, because you become a little bit of a therapist and a philosopher and all the rest of it, you just do. And I said, I deal with so many people who have ended up in a home with dementia, and it drags on for years. She went out as I think she would have wanted to go. Rough, very rough for you. But at least you didn't have years of watching somebody in decline. And that's the worst.
Yeah.
To me, that's the worst.
Protracted, painful, and I had to say it, expensive. That is the least important of them.
What? Somebody was talking to me the other day, and somebody's got to go into a home. And I said, it's so expensive, because my mum was in a home for nearly 14 years. Don't even go there. Right? Don't even go there. Wiped us out financially completely. And I said, how much is it now? Because I knew them well. And they said, well, at least 2,000 a week. 2,000 a week.
It was about 1,300 a week for my mum.
I mean, it's mental money. It's absolutely mental money. And there is a point, and you and I are always honest on this show, right? But there is a point you think, what's this for? What? It's not that I want to go out. I don't think the people are doing it. I'll just be clear. Don't want to go out to Park Lane and buy an Aston Martin with the money, or go off to Monaco. But it's like, what is the point of this? What is the point of this?
I mean, if there was no quality of life.
What quality of life?
And there wasn't.
That's why with my Ebony, if I can conflate a mini schnauzer with a human being for a
Yes,
second.
you can. Of course you can. You love them. They're
The
lovely.
thing is, it's about quality of life. If you've got no quality of life and you're just doing it because, I just like.
And then it raises a whole moral question, doesn't it? Because we can put our beloved animal out of their suffering, but not our beloved grandma.
When my wife was dying in the Royal Marsden of cancer in London, and it's not like the movies. Not like the movies where, it's all painless and there's nice music and they're all beautifully made up. They're a Hollywood actress anyway. It's bloody awful. I can't tell you how bloody awful it is. And it's just ghastly. You're thinking, well, this is only going to go one way, and we're just protracting her suffering. It was horrible. I understand, because nurses and doctors take an oath to protect life,
Preserve life.
And like, why it's awful, absolutely awful. Whereas my dad in a hospice, he went to a hospice, totally different. I didn't let him suffer. Good.
I think it's something that needs to be re-examined as a country. This I mean, to be used in the highest integrity, of course.
There's your problem.
There's your problem, because there's few people that would.
That's it.
Quite handily get rid of someone.
Like, Auntie Jean's pretty rough. Yeah, but I need a new fridge. You know what? People are not. People can be absolutely terrible. And
we've been on the air for 12 minutes and we've gone in with a really heavy subject for New Year.
But that's why we're here. We could be flippant.
I've got a very funny story. Can I tell you a funny story?
Oh my God! This is
Dr.
made my day. This has made my day.
How are you, my friend?
Oh, thank God. Asa, we have been so worried about you, fella.
Yeah, I've been following this. Dr. Asa, our dear friend and listener. Good day from John Hopkins Hospital, Baltimore, Maryland. Dr. Asa sending all love and good wishes to you. Get well soon, my friend.
And
the world is definitely a better place with you in it, mate.
Oh, yeah. We're reading the messages from your family. We're sending our love. I sent you a message, oddly enough, this morning, UK time. Here's to a speedy, I know I'm speaking on behalf of Neil as well. He'll add his own words, but a speedy and a full recovery till you're back to your normal rude health. Because we need you, fella. We need you.
Yeah, the planet is definitely a better place with you and people like you in it, my friend.
I can't wait for this guy to come over to London one day. I just hope he comes over.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
I'll take you down the local. Can I tell you
show him
story?
the Tolworth Tower.
Oh, no, I wouldn't go to near Tolworth. Oh, God, no.
I went to the Vatican. I saw the Tolworth Tower off the A3. Oh, my God, it was magnificent.
Yeah, the light glinting off it at night, reflecting on the kebab shop on Tolworth Broadway. It's a sight to be. It lights up my very soul, Russ. It lights up my very soul.
If Michelangelo had seen the Tolworth Tower,
I know.
Right, he would have actually done some good work. That's my view.
Starry, starry night.
There's the tower in all its might.
Tower, blue and grey,
rising up off the A3.
Looks shitty on a summer's day. I think there's hardly anyone in there now. Apparently, was it MI5 that used to be in there or something?
Really?
I don't know how true that is. Yeah, I heard
that was the thing about the Rocking Tower. You remember the Rocking Tower in Euston where you and I used to work?
Obviously. No, I've never. No, I've completely forgotten the Euston. Of course, I bloody remember it.
I can't remember. Anyway, right. So the Rocking Tower, it was thus called, and everybody thought that Capital Radio had the whole tower. Of course, it didn't. It had 2 floors at the base,
including me. On my first day
everyone
there,
thought, "Oh my God!"
I went up that famous staircase of kings, and I expected to then take a lift to the top floor, and I'm like,
Oh, I'm here. I've only got to walk up one flight.
There's no window in the studio. So all that Neil Fox was doing, looking out and looking west and seeing that, and looking east and seeing that, and looking north and seeing.
Not like Foxy to exaggerate, is it? Not like Neil.
It was all good theatre of the mind, I should say.
But the interesting thing about the Rocking Tower was on the roof were loads of, a huge array of aerials and antennae and dishes and all this stuff. Because on the top floor were security services. For real. For real. So if you did get into the lift, we didn't have to because we only had to go up one flight of stairs, right? But the lift didn't go to the top floor. You couldn't access it because that was security services. That hence, everyone thought all the aerials and everything. Oh, it's Capital. Nothing to do with Capital at all.
Hang on,
We had one
didn't
little
have a lift,
antenna
did they?
from a 1957 Bush radio or something.
Hang on, they didn't have a lift, did they?
They had some. Yes, of course they did. How are you going to get to the top?
No, for us, for the people.
No,
at
we
Capital,
didn't have a lift. We didn't have a lift. Everybody else did. She's there. You better call Saul.
Saul. Hello, Liz. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. Now, I'm booking you in. Please God, I'm still alive. But I'm booking you in for next year's midday show Christmas dinner.
So sorry about
Better
that.
not freaking skip. I'm giving you 12 months notice, boy.
Right.
It was for you were sorely missed. I know you
Oh,
had. I know you got tons of stuff to do. I understand that, but I got to say, what is this? What am I looking at? My eyesight's just completely bugging.
If anyone's in Hampton, Middlesex, not that Middlesex exists anymore, then
Is it not?
No.
Is there no middle? I used to like it. It's the county with the sexy middle. It's Middlesex.
Yeah, I can't say that anymore. Hampton, Surrey, Middlesex, in the county formerly known as Middlesex.
Got rid of the county Middlesex. When did they do that?
I don't know. I don't really know much about it, but we've got one of the top MCs, Des Feely, Siobhan Dodd. She's batshit crazy and brilliant. Adam Dorr, Courtney Cornfield, Sarah Gall, EJLJD, Salema Mare, and headlining is he's actually a London cabbie, Trevor Bickles, doing very, very well on the circuit. So
Good for
scan
him.
that QR code.
London cabbies, though, can be absolutely bloody hilarious.
And he's just as you would expect him to be. He's that stereotypical, chatty, funny.
Yeah, do you know I had in the back of the cab the other day? It was all that.
And all that. Can I tell you this funny story?
You can, but right, of course you can. Off you go.
Okay. So, famous entertainer. I was catching up with an old friend of mine, and he told me this story, and I said, "Please, can I tell this on the radio? Because it's brilliant." I won't name who it is. It doesn't matter. You would know the name immediately. My daughter wouldn't. My parents would have. But anyway, bit of a heartthrob back in the day. Just think old school entertainer. All right, that's all you need.
Dickie
to know.
Henderson.
Not that it. I'll tell you after the show. Not that it particularly matters, anyway.
That's to me
anyway,
because now I'm intrigued. For God's sake.
He's booked to do an old people's cruise. I don't know if it was Saga, but I'll use Saga for illustrative
Use it
purposes.
as an example.
Again, it doesn't matter. So he's booked on his Saga cruise, and he goes on the cruise, does the first night of his contract. Next morning, he's wandering around, gets in the lift. Two old ladies walk in, as they would do on a Saga cruise, and they said, "Oh, hello, are you having a nice holiday?" And he went, "Well, actually, no, I'm actually here in a working capacity. I'm working." And they said, "What are you doing?" Little devil on his shoulder perks up. He thinks, right, I can have some fun here. He says, "Well, actually, Saga are trying something new this year, and I'm it's a bit new, but I'm actually the ship's gigolo." Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now you and I, who both do. No. So they're like, oh, that typical British understand. Oh, well, that's nice, dear. It gets better in summoned from the heavens comedy timing, and you and I know the importance of comedy timing. The lift doors open at that point. Remember, they were in the lift, and two other old ladies walk in who'd seen the show the night before, and their first words to him were, "You were wonderful last night. Oh my goodness, you were so good last night." True story. True story.
That is fantastic.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that fantastic?
God. Michelle Vaughan is watching live from Sydney. She's a great friend of Chantal Records.
Is that right? Oh, another thing. I went into B&Q, and they had this new display. And it's just the over-commercialization of this world. It really, really is. But anyway, went into B&Q, and they got this new display as you walk in the door to catch your attention. It's got like cleaning products and mops and ironing boards. This massive, massive display. And I thought, this world, we've just got Christmas out of the way. Now the bloody Valentine's Day stuff's in.
I knew you were going somewhere in that direction. And I thought, am I right? Now, I love that. It is, remind me to say Ricky Gervais. Just say Ricky Gervais to me in a minute.
Okay.
Aidan Brown, I can't wait to connect with you both and have a pint. Well, I'll have a single malt because I don't drink pints. But by the way, your show is broadcasting live through the halls. Oh, my God. Hello, John Hopkins. Welcome from London.
I'll tell you what, if we're broadcasting live through the halls, everybody say yeah. No, sorry. We want some shout out. We want some names. Get me some names of some nurses, Dr. Asa, and we'll shout out the nurses this morning because they deserve it. And I think it's kind of cool to say hello to nurses.
Can you believe my nurse rudely interrupted to take my vitals?
Disgusting.
I hope she brings them back, mate. I hope she brings them back. Mrs. Brown.
Oh, here we go. Resident comedian. Sorry I'm late. Delayed by ice from New Mordor. We are very icy around here.
Good.
Ian and hopefully you're iced in and you can't get out. Serves you right in your good life, beautiful fantasy world. With your
Mordor.
With your white picket fence.
Mordor Tower Hamlets, as it's
and 2.4 Labradors.
It's very good.
Anyway, so Dr. Asa, I want some nurses' names, nurses and doctors' names to shout out on the midday show, please.
Okay. Well, I'll start. Dr. Kildare, Dr. Ben Casey, George Clooney.
Not those doctors, silly.
Well, I don't know. Doctor Who?
More like Dr. Wen getting an appointment in the UK. Hello all. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're doing well.
Is that one of yours? Don't let that gag slip. That was a brilliant gag. Do it, please. Do it again. Dr. Wen. Dr. When am I getting an appointment?
My wife was a nurse and I still fit in the uniform.
Dirty swine.
Yeah.
She was a nurse as well.
Dirty old man, you. Ricky Gervais.
Where was I? Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais posts these very funny pictures of his partner Jane. They've been together forever. You never see her face. You just see her in the distance. And he always takes the piss in a very funny way. Like, should be just a solitary picture of her in a field. Go, here's Jane surrounded by all her friends. Or it's always like she's on her own and has no mates, right? And then he does this thing, there's leaves or stuff. And he goes, it's taking her an effing long time to clean up. I'm going to have to buy her a bigger broom because she's got a broom. And then a couple of days later, got Jane a bigger broom. She's walking down with this broom. By the way, talking of Ricky Gervais, who I'm a monstrous fan of, I watched his new special on Netflix called Mortality.
Yes, is it good?
Oh, it's jaw-droppingly good. If you're easily offended, well, you won't be watching Ricky Gervais anyway. If you're easily offended, this isn't the show for you anyway, either. But he pushes it to the limit. I went to see the his work in progress when he did, was Armageddon. My mate Leo Green got us a couple of tickets. We just walked in. It was absolutely very intimate venue, and he was trying stuff out. And it was an honor to be there. And that was Blue Peter compared to Mortality, because he does stuff, but he knows it's just great. It's just so clever, and it's honest. It's honest. Do you think at the core of comedy there's a vein of truth that runs? Is that what makes comedy great? Do you think?
Yes, because you can say the things that you can't say in normal polite society, and you can call things out. I mean, think of people like Richard Pryor that did loads of stuff on racism, pointing to the absolute futility of racism. And of course he can do it. He's in the perfect position to do it. And why shouldn't he do it? Why not? All the stuff I've heard on the circuit about that is always at the expense of the racists. So people say, they shouldn't do jokes like that. Well, no, it's at the expense. It is pointing out the wrongness, the futility of racism in this example.
Right.
I wouldn't be seeking to get that cancelled anytime soon. And love thy neighbour. The black guy always won, and the white guy was lunch.
Vince Powell was one of my writing heroes. It was written by Vince Powell, who wrote loads and loads of stuff. Started with Coronation Street. Loads of hugely influential comedy writer. And somebody I knew him, and I said, I'd love to meet him one day, just to say hello. I said, well, why don't you go and have lunch with him? I can fix it up.
Wow.
And I went down to Shepperton Studios. He was doing some stuff there. Just he and I had lunch, just the two of us. He didn't know me from a hole in the wall, but I explained that I was I wrote and I really admired his stuff. And we started to talk about Love Thy Neighbour. And he said, Russ, what people didn't understand, and what the commissioners now didn't understand, it was to show that racism is stupid. And as you've just said, Longie, the black guy always won.
Always
And-
won.
and
And the white guy was
a
made to look
moron.
like the small-minded racist bigot that he was. And it was all done
Yes.
comedically. Brilliant.
And he said, don't people don't see that. They thought I was being racist. It's like
No.
the absolute opposite. The white guy's a moron, and the next door neighbors win every time.
Yeah.
Here we go. What have we got here?
She's
Sitting
sitting
beside
beside
me,
me,
laughing.
laughing and listening. My nurse gave me permission to provide her first name. It is Ashley, which is
Ashley,
a beautiful name
Ashley.
because that
Gone
is
with the wind. But enough about Ace's problems.
that's my daughter's name, Ashley, spelled differently to yours, but that is a beautiful name. Nurse
is lovely.
Ashley, very good to make your acquaintance. Do you like our
Ashley.
accents, Ashley?
Do you like the way we speak, Ashley? Because
Yes.
this is how
We all
actually
speak very
in
well
real
in
life.
the UK. We're
Yes.
all gentlemen and speak in this posh upper class
We
accent,
certainly
don't
do.
you know? Unless you live in
Very
Surbiton,
soon,
where they're all
Ashley, we'll be
commoners.
stopping for a nice cup of tea and possibly a biscuit, not one of your biscuits with grits on top.
Yes.
I mean, a proper
Unlike-
biscuit.
unlike
a
those
chocolate
commoners.
knob.
Unlike those commoners that live in Surbiton. Ah.
Surbiton. Surbiton. You should take Asa. We take him to Tower Hamlets and Surbiton. He'd be on the first plane back.
Oh, Surbiton's not too bad. Don't know about Tower Hamlets. Tower Hamlets sounds posh,
Tower
but it's
Hamlets,
not.
the independent Republic of Tower Hamlets. I don't think so. Mind your
Mind
language.
Your Language will never be shown now, but it was brilliant and spot on. Oh, I used to love Mind Your Language.
It was hilarious. It was funny. What the hell? It was funny.
Yeah, it was brilliant. But I've had debates with my friends about this. I didn't consider Posh for New Mordor.
Yeah, no, posh for New Tower Hamlets.
Yeah,
Tower Hamlets.
I'd have New Mordor
Chewing
any
with
day of the
hell.
week, even Surbiton. Did I just say that? No, but it was harmless. It was harmless fun. I mean, even people, the younger generation would watch Benny Hill now. And
They
think,
hate
that's
it. They hate. They can't get it.
Funny. It wasn't.
My great memory of Benny Hill was sitting next to my dad and him crying with laughter and just watching him laugh. That's why I love Morecambe and Wise and Tommy Cooper, because it reminds me of my dad crying with laughter, and he just enjoyed it so much, and I enjoyed it so much, and it was funny. Some of it you can't do now. I understand that. I was watching Lawrence of Arabia, my second favorite film of all time after Godfather 2. And of course, you've got Alec Guinness in blackface playing King Faisal. Well, you wouldn't do that now. You'd get a guy from the Middle East to play King Faisal. That makes perfect sense. I mean, yeah, but Alec Guinness did a fantastic job. Do I take offense? No, he's an actor. I mean, Daniel Craig, I hate to spoil it, is not an assassin and a spy. He's an actor.
And when did we lose the ability to take the piss out of each other?
Because people are offended on your behalf. And I always go, well, piss off. Don't need you offended on my behalf. Thank you very much. We don't need it. Thank you. We're all over 21. Shut up about it, right?
Well, exactly.
Oh, you see, this is lovely. What have we got? Julie Voice, formerly of Houston, Texas, now of Guilford, Surrey. Yeah, hello. Russ, I have the same memories of my father. Yeah, I mean, and Morecambe and Wise, just fantastic. I still watch a lot of Morecambe and Wise on YouTube. And oh my God. And Scarlet Red, hi, Scarlet. 100%. We don't need, I'm not going to veer into politics if I can avoid it, right? The Venezuela situation. The guy is a scumbag of the first order. This guy that Trump went in, right? He says, absolutely.
What do you think about this?
I think it's bloody marvelous. Good luck to him. That's what I think. Guy's a piece of garbage.
But hang on a minute.
I know it's against international law. Yeah. There's levels of morality. Oh, do you want to get into it? We can get into it if you want.
If you like. You can't just go into a country and kidnap their leader, can you?
Well, I've given him Keir Starmer's address, so I'm hoping that Chinook
Number 10 Downing Street, if you could next,
Number
please.
10 Downing Street is normally at home in time for Coronation Street, Donald. Donald, if you're listening. He could be. I don't know. Asa might be very close with him.
Well, Sakir said he wouldn't cry any tears at the collapse of the regime. And I don't know much about the regime, but I'm guessing it's not very nice. But all the same, you can't just go in.
Stole the
You
election.
can't do that. What does that open the door to?
Everything.
It's social proof. Oh, if he can do it, so can we. I mean, it's crazy.
Do you know what? This could be debated by philosophers for many, many years, because you are right. If you have a sovereign state, you can't just think, that guy's shit. I don't like him. I don't like the look of him. I'm going in. And you wander in with your troops and you take them out. No, you're not supposed to do that, right? I get that. But there is a kind of moral imperative, and I'm not smart enough to get into the total philosophy of it. But if the guy is so bad, which he was, stole the election, utter dictator, murdered thousands and thousands of people, major drug trafficker, major arms dealer, you think, sod the moral imperative, just get rid of the guy.
Yeah, but good question posed by Philip in that case.
Yeah, well, totally so. Because you've got Venezuela, who couldn't find their ass with both hands, or you've got Russia, who will blow you off the face of the planet. Slight difference. That's why.
So and that probably answers the question, Philip.
Isn't the acid
understand why you asked it, because I thought
but long, it's a very good question, Philip. Very good. Very good question. But isn't the acid test, the litmus test, if you like, how the people of look, I couldn't even point to Venezuela on a map. All right. I'll be honest with you. It's somewhere in Central America. I don't know where the hell it is. You know, you said it's next. I don't. All right. It's not figured largely in my life. I don't know anything about it. However, the people are rejoicing, genuinely rejoicing. And that tells you something, doesn't it? That kind of tells you everything.
Here we go. Ian in Surbiton. Also that no war exists between USA and Venezuela. No congressional sanction is required for the president's actions. In that case, Denmark should say that any invasion of Greenland is an act of war. Yeah.
Well, so Denmark are going to take on the USA. That's going to go well. What are they going to do? Throw Lego at it?
Well,
here's the thing. Everyone's bitching about this, right? You look at Barack Obama, what he did without any sanctions at all, without any congressional approval at all, what he did was diabolical. But, oh no, he's marvelous. He wasn't marvelous. He was a terrible president. Terrible president.
Do you think?
Yeah, do. Absolutely. I think Obama was a shocking president.
Not
as bad as Biden, who was a disgrace.
Well, on what justification do you say he was shocking?
You want me to be absolutely honest? Really honest?
Yeah.
I think he set back racial relations by 20, 30 years.
Set back?
Yes, set back.
How?
I do. I just think he had the most golden opportunity to make it a golden age, you know, the new Camelot, as they say, and I think he screwed it up. Was he handsome? Absolutely handsome guy. Was he a brilliant orator? Yes, he was. Did he have a magnificent sense of humor with brilliant, superb timing? Yes, he did. Could he give a speech like nobody else? You betcha. Was he charismatic? Phenomenal. Would I like to have had dinner with him? Oh, my God, yes. Do I think he was a good president? No. You can't have those, you know, not everything.
Isn't he somewhat limited in what he can do? I mean, is the president as powerful as we think?
Yeah, if you want to be.
You think?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, look what's happening. Well, look what's happening here. How can this possibly be right? How can this be right? What's going on? It can't possibly be right.
Yeah, examples.
Thanks. Example. Where would you like to start? Lucy Connolly. That alone.
Yeah, okay.
Lucy, you know, Southport. Lucy Connolly. That piece of crap who murdered 3 beautiful little girls. And they try and cover it up. It's shocking. It's shocking. And never forget this. These are very good points. Asa Don Brown. And it's not the drugs talking. Obama gave 1.7 billion cash to the Iranians. How did that work out, Barack?
Yeah,
And also, Obama gave us Trump. Recall the writers' dinner. I remember that dinner. Obama roasted Trump. Big mistake. It was a big mistake because the voting was a big FU to Obama and his smug gang. You know, there's a wonderful thing that if, you know, the lunacy of the left is such that if Trump saved somebody from being devoured by a shark in the water, the left would say, cruel Trump prevents shark from eating. That's the madness we're looking at. That's what we're madness. Oh, look, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Old Malden, hashtag Kingston has been rated as hashtag London's safest ward for thefts, burglaries and robberies. Well, actually, I do live in Old Malden, not New Malden, Ian. So there.
Hang on, I didn't know there was. Is there a new and an old? I've been to your house several times. You're where?
Yes.
Old Malden or New Malden? I don't know where.
You got the High Street. That's, if you like, the roughest part of New Malden. If it did have a rough bit, it's not that bad. All right. And then there's where I live, which is the middle bit, which is sort of more Old Malden, because we're posh here. And then you've got Coombe, which is through the High Street and up the hill. And Coombe is where all the really rich people live, because Jimmy Tarbuck lives up there, for example.
Well, hey. I'm only on morphine, and I have not inhaled. I never had sexual relations with that woman. What a bloody liar. What about Epstein Island, Bill? How many times were you there, fella? How many times? God damn. Those people, they should so be banged up. The pair of them. What a couple of awful people they are. And yet, very interesting. A friend of mine, with somebody who's become a friend of mine, it was the very first funeral I ever did down in Torquay, total stranger. First funeral I ever did.
Yeah.
And we've become good friends. She and her husband, they're charming people. And she had dinner. She arranged a big dinner with Bill Clinton. And she said he was so charismatic. You know, you went in with one view. In about 3.5 minutes, you thought, this is the greatest guy. It's an art form, isn't it, though? It's an absolute art form. Asa, how long are you going to be stuck in the... I'm really not allowed to say. I'm going to be very, very careful with this. I'll leave it up. Never been a fan. Met him many times. Still not a fan.
I never have. Can I
put it that way?
I doubt he will come to my part of New Malden. Old Malden.
He might be in Wetherspoons. Could be sitting there in Wetherspoons.
I doubt that somehow.
Is that in Malden? Is that in New Malden?
There is a Spoons in New Malden, yes, in the rough bit.
Oh God, yeah, Jimmy. I'm just not a fan of his. I know he's done well for the Variety Club, Golf Society, and all of that. But it's not my cup of tea. But that's just me. A lot of people like him. Oh, Dominic Holland. Oh my God, I went to a tiny event. I mean, when I say tiny, it was in a little art gallery, and I mean a little art gallery. And Dominic Holland was the stand-up. And it was tiny, right? I went with my cousin Sarah. He was hilarious, and what a charming guy! What a lovely, charming guy.
Yeah,
and he has such a great sense of humor that his son is Spider-Man, and like he's had to watch his son totally eclipse him, which is cool. How cool is that? Do you get a huge kick out of watching your daughter Ashley, do so well?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Why would I want anything else for her?
Well, I'll tell you why I say it. Because my kids are, they've got their own lives. They're all bustling along and doing their own thing. And then some idiot said, I can't remember who it was. It was like a stranger, but I think it was on social media, and said, are you jealous of your daughter's success? And I thought, bloody Nora, I thought that says so much more about you
Yeah,
than
or
it
you.
does about. How could it even cross your mind? You know, if you're a parent,
You never hold
as
them
you
back.
know, I've met your daughter many times, and she's lovely. As a parent, all you want is your kids to be happy, healthy. That's it. Fabulous. That's what you want. All right? It was the most peculiar question. Am I jealous? Absolutely not.
What a bizarre thing to say.
Silly thing to ask, isn't it? It's just stupid. There we are. Right. So this year, I might take you up on your offer and do a little spot. I don't mean the one at the end of my nose, which is driving me mad. I mean a little spot.
Can I book you?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll look at it.
Can I book you now?
No, you could do it privately. You're not doing it now because I've got to start looking at diaries and stuff and getting worried. My son mixes with councillors, mayors, MP, and still. Azadon Brown in John Hopkins Hospital. How long are you going to be there? And what's your recuperation period? How long? When you go back to Brown Towers with the good Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Brown's boys, how long are you going to have to recoup from all of this? Because we know, interesting. What did you think of the Christmas TV schedule? Just popped into my head when I was thinking Mrs. Brown's voice. What did you think of it? Did you watch any of it, Neil?
I'll be absolutely honest. I hardly saw any because I was busy working, so I can't really comment.
So nice to be busy. It's nice to be busy. That's what I say. Very nice to be busy. What's this? You got something else up now? Go on.
This Dr. Ace has sent me that. That's him in the hospital watching us.
Oh my God! How weird is that?
It's a really international show.
It is, isn't it? We've got Michelle Vaughan watching in Sydney, Australia.
Blimey!
Oh, nice strength, mate. Apparently, she's just put another shrimp on the barbie. Unlikely. It's probably the middle of the night.
So we need a headliner act for March.
Where? First of all, who is we and where?
The Clap
Oh
comedy.
my God! Here we go. This is. I got to tell you who this guy is. All right. This is the best. If you ever want to see, no insult to me, to anybody else, certainly not the best stand-up you'll ever see. The greatest old school stand-up ever. Jeff Stevenson, a man who makes me cry.
You want to come and do a spot on our club, Jeff? We'd love to have you.
Oh man, stand up.
I'm serious.
Thanks very much. Jeff Stevenson. I did 9 years of panto. And 1 year we're booked to do Peter Pan at the Beck Theatre Hayes. And with panto, you end up sharing a dressing room, which can either be heaven or hell. It's hell. If you don't get on, it's happened to me. You've got 2 months of pure hell, living with somebody you hate. And it's heaven. I'd never met Jeff Stevenson, never heard of him. He'd probably never heard of me. We just clicked. And all those years ago, we become good friends, and he's the loveliest, most charming. I've watched his kid grow from a little tiny kid to this huge hulking man, and Jeff spends most of his time on cruises. And you might go, oh really? Yeah, 3,000 seater theaters. You know, we're not talking about little tiny boat. We're not talking about the Woolwich Ferry here, folks. We're talking about like a 3,000. You got to be great. You got to be top of your game.
He says he'd love to. Well, I've added you as a Facebook friend, Jeff, and I will certainly follow that up later.
He is the global gangster, as he's known. The global gangster. Hang on. News coming in. Dr. Kildare to reception. What have we got? So, my vitals are being taken again. I'm uncertain how long I'll be in. I'll keep you posted. I hope you will. I don't quite know what's wrong with him. Don't quite know. Do you know? I don't know. Best not to ask.
Oh, here we go. Philip Harling, I missed all the Christmas TV. I was on a cruise around the Canaries. Oh, wonderful.
How big was the bird cage?
69 years old. What?
I said, how big was the bird cage?
I'm 69 years old, and I felt so young mixing with all the others on board. There were that many walking sticks. It was declared a fire hazard. Very nice. Joe
that is a lovely gag. Jeff's going to
Joe
use that.
Dawkins, great show, making me smile.
Jeff
Thank you, Joe.
Stevenson will be writing that gag down now. Great show making. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. I have a huge walk, like a staff. They shall not pass. And because it's so icy and slippy, I'm now trying to do intermittent fasting, and I'm trying to keep up my exercise by walking. And I use the staff because it really helps. Hang on. Neil's, oh dear, you're in trouble, mate. You're in trouble now. Neil's Facebook friends get a comedy slot. They're not ready for me.
What's this?
It's horrible. I got 2 funerals to do this week.
I tell you what, Ian, because we always have bants. If you'd like a free ticket, if you want to come on Thursday, mate, you can have a free ticket on me. There you go. You plus one.
Is the ticket printed on you physically? It's like a tattoo or what?
Yeah, we're going to etch it into his head. No, I'm serious, Ian. If you'd like to come, we've got a good lineup. Very good lineup.
Go on, plug it again. Plug the arse out of it. Go on. Might as well. Put it up.
We got one of the
thing up. Is it
we
this
got one of the best MCs on the circuit, who runs his own club called Just Another Comedy Club. That's Des Feely. Brilliant. He's Irish, and he's got the Blarney.
Hello there.
Siobhan doesn't really have the accent, but he's brilliant.
Oh,
he's
right.
certainly got the Blarney.
Lose the accent. Lose the accent. Take 2.
Siobhan, again, mental but brilliant. Adam Dorr, autistic. He does his whole act around being autistic.
What is this? Hang on a minute. We've got an Irish bloke who doesn't have an Irish accent. Siobhan, who apparently is mental. Someone who's autistic.
Mental in a good way.
Dyslexic dwarf on the bill,
EJL, JD.
Have you got a non-binary dyslexic dwarf with AHD on the bill? Just to round it off.
No, he's not allowed out after dark. Health and restraining orders prevent it. Oh, never mind. Maybe another time.
It's the ankle tag.
It'd be nice to meet you in person.
It's his ankle tag. He can't go out.
Yeah,
you know that.
So there we go. So just scan that if you want to come. And anyone watching this show, you can come for free if you like.
Wow.
There we go.
Do you know what we should try and do, you and I?
What?
This is a serious thought. It'll take time to do. We should do a midday show.
Oh.
Huh? A midday
like
show.
that.
It just popped into my head. We should do, along with what am I having for lunch, a midday show.
Where?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to hire somewhere that people can get to. So I thought Aberdeen would be good.
That'd be good.
No, I don't know. Don't you think that'd
Let's
be
do
fun?
it live from Ian's front garden.
What, in the winter?
No, in the summer. He can stick a gazebo up for us. Yeah, I like that idea. I'll be up for that.
Yeah, but I mean, you and I could do it'd just be nice, because what would be lovely, Michelle Vaughan will fly over, of course, from Sydney. I'll treat you, Michelle. Don't worry. First class. Put you up at the Hilton Park Lane. Won't be a problem. Sweet, naturally, obviously. Yorkshire. Yeah, because Neil and I are so well known in Yorkshire. Hi, lad. Funny thing happened to me on the way to the barn. Yorkshire's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful place. Beautiful.
I haven't been there for ages.
That's gorgeous. People are very nice. What I love about Yorkshire, I'm not joking, I'm being serious, Philip and everybody, is that they are so proud, justifiably, of where they live. They've got a pride in being in Yorkshire. I think that's great.
Well, the thing was, last time I went up there, I met a guy, and unfortunately, he was quite into drugs. He was taking MDMA, and what he used to do is dip his finger in it and then rub it right around the inside of his mouth. He called it e-bike. Thank you very much. I'm here all day. Thank you.
I was thinking, okay, where's this going? What's the punch? Where's the punch? Right, what have we got going here? This is a speech from somebody. Who's this? I bet it's Claridge.
Goodness
It is
me.
Claridge. I know when I see a speech longer
Good
than
afternoon, says
Bergen
Paul,
Place.
everyone.
Yeah.
Here's wishing you a happy, healthy, and prosperous 26, and you too, my friend. Right back
You
at you. Yesterday, I had a wonderful calming experience. My good friend Manny and I, along with our 2 dogs, spent the evening on Hampstead Heath. Must have been freezing.
Hello,
Just
excuse
us
me.
and the dogs
Hello.
sitting on a fallen tree with a view over London, watching the wolf moon rise peacefully. It was so calming, reconnected with nature, and doing a Buddhist meditation. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I found it fulfilling. Whatever works for you,
Then the
mate.
evening finished off when the ghost of George Michael came along. Hampstead Heath. It's a long story. I'm not going there. Only been to Yorkshire once. A stepbrother was goalie for Sheffield Wednesday. Really? Bloody hell, that's a claim to fame. Sheffield Wednesday, Asa, is a soccer team, football team.
Yeah.
Sheffield. Please don't ask. I don't know why it's called Wednesday. I don't know. Everybody else will know. So don't ask, being an American, is there a Sheffield Tuesday? No.
No, there isn't.
Friday, Sheffield Wednesday. Okay? That's maybe they only used to play on a Wednesday. I don't know. Now, Julie Voice, watching from, oh, come on, get my little mouse going. I'm trying to do it with my right, left-handed. Great idea about the midday show live, somewhere or other, that cheered me up. So I'm currently, oh, Christ, day 14 of a chest infection. What's going on with you? That's really good.
Get soon,
yeah, get well. That's lousy.
Yeah.
Oh, here she is. My mentor, seriously, my mentor. Jacqueline Cale, Happy New Year, chaps. Happy New Year to you, and I hope your throat gets better soon. She's not been well. We've become very good friends, and she's an amazing person and taught me everything I needed to know. And
Jacqueline
Cale.
Is it something to do with celebrancy?
She runs with her business partner, Shelley Woodall Jackson. Shelley Woodall Jackson from Birmingham. And Jacqueline's Scottish, so I couldn't understand a bloody word either of them said for an entire week. I had no idea, not a clue. But they run what's called the Celebrant Circle, which is where I searched and went down and trained. That's where I had my residency down there for a week in Brighton. Best week of the year it was in 2023. 2023. And we've become very good friends. And she's terrific. She's terrific. Stop it. I can't laugh for coughing. Oh, God. Yes. Oh, here we go. This is good. His name's Peter Springett, brother to Ron, who was reserve in the 1966 World Cup.
My mate used to work.
What?
My mate used to work with Jeff Hurst.
Really?
Because he went into, there was 2, was it Jeff Hurst? Was it Martin Daniels? Have I got that right? 66.
No, Martin Daniels is Paul Daniels' son.
Not him then.
You're going to like this? Not a lot.
Anyway, Jeff Hurst and the other guy, sorry, names left my head. I'm sure it was someone Daniels. Anyway.
Martin Peters.
Could be.
I don't know anything about football. I'm just throwing names out from old footballers.
Anyway, they used to work in an insurance company and my mate worked with them. True story.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Went into insurance.
About 1966, which we were. 1966 is the only time England were only going to won the World Cup, right? Against Germany. Yes. And
Martin Peters, thank you, Julie. That's right.
Amazing guess. Martin Peters. Right. Thank you, Julie. Anyway, there's a fabulous picture. You think this is the world attention on the World Cup, and you've got the Jules Rimet trophy. And this picture of 2 blokes on the London Tube, and they're going home, and they've got the World Cup with them. What, in the back of a limo? No. How are they getting home? On the Tube. It's so British. It is so British. And they're just sitting there like this on the Tube, holding the bloody World Cup. It's the most fantastic picture. Oh, this is a lovely joke. I love this joke from, oh, hang on, not that one. My mate's daughter is married to Ray Clemence's. How obscure are we going to get now? Right. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Jeff Hurst. You do this because you're the comedian. Go on. Read this out. It's a great game.
Was asked if the 1966 England team could beat the current women's team. He says he's doubtful as he's only one left.
It's a lovely joke. Let's do it again. Jeff Hurst was asked if the 1966 England team could beat the current women's team. He said doubtful because he's the only one left.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Good one. It's good. It's a good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a nice gag. Yeah, it was the FA Cup. Philip, you're right. It was the FA Cup. You're absolutely right. Philip, sorry. It wasn't the George Romay Cup. I'm talking bollocks. It was the FA Cup. And they'd won whatever team it was, and the manager was just sitting on the tube winning the FA Cup. It's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful little image. It's such a British image. It's just things like that just make me laugh. What does the rest of the day have in store for you? I'm always curious what you do with the rest of the day.
I have got a to-do list as long as my arm, so I'm going to finish this, have some lunch with my friend who's here, and then sit here and do lots of stuff, promoting comedy gigs and all sorts of stuff I've got to do.
Put your thinking cap on, because you have a bigger thinking cap than me. And think of a venue that later in the year, not just yet, because I'm not really in the mood, but a little bit later, not summer, but maybe spring or something, that we could put on a show somewhere that would be handy for people to come to.
Central?
Doesn't have to be. I mean, somewhere. I'm not thinking of Soho or the West, the West End, but
one night only.
One night only. What's that from? Oh bloody hell! What's that
night
from?
Only.
One night only. Is it Miss Saigon? I don't know. I can't remember. Damn. Anyway, I'm at Rose Theatre, Boston.
Good idea.
I would love to come to Boston. I would love to come to Boston because
there's a Boston in Lincolnshire in the UK. Does it mean that?
I think he means the one near him, for God's sake.
Oh, Boston.
I don't think Ace is going to be too au fait with Boston, Lincolnshire.
I'll tell you what would be really, really cool if we did do this live show is have a live video link and get some of our favourite participators on and do a live quick video link interview with Dr. Ace.
I would love that, and I've thought about that a lot. Some people would be totally serious to say. Some people would be totally up for it because they love it, and some people get really, really nervous and shy, and I understand that.
Well, Dr. Ace
from Dreamgirls. Thank you, Philip.
He's been a guest on the show before on my Wednesday show.
Who? Philip Hartling?
What a good guest he was too.
Who?
Dr. Ace.
No, I know Aza's a great guest. Aza's fantastic. I'm talking about all the other.
I'm not putting Ian and Surbiton on.
No, you should. It'd be great.
No.
Of course it'd be great. Be marvellous. What could possibly go wrong? I want Philip Harling. I like what I say and I say what I like.
Yeah. We get cancelled.
We get the only person who could cancel us is me for close the station down. Which I'm not planning to do. Right. You have a little think. I mean, you know the venue. I don't, because I only know.
Ian says the Rose Theatre in Kingston. That's fairly central. That is a nice theatre.
But how huge is it? We don't want anything huge, so everyone's sitting there looking like they're about to play bridge.
It's not massive. Or there's a smaller one where I did some Amdram a couple of years ago.
Did
The
you?
Barn Theatre in Molesey. I played a slightly sexually inappropriate racist colonel, which was quite interesting.
So not a stretch then.
Yeah. I asked for it, didn't I?
I'm a bit overexcited. Can I tell you why?
Why?
Because tonight is Corriedale.
Oh, yes. Now, this is an amalgamation of two soap operas.
They've never done it before. They have done a crossover. It's really good. The only people who ever did it before were Family Guy and The Simpsons in one episode where Family Guy and The Simpsons split. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Took years to plan. Family Guy and The Simpsons together in one episode, which was great. So Matt Groening and what's his name? MacFarlane.
Seth
MacFarlane, did it and did the scripts and everything like that. So Peter met Homer and all the rest of the families, and Bart met him. Anyway, this is the first time it's been done with a British soap, and Coronation Street meets Emmerdale tonight for the first time ever. What they're going to do, God only knows. My disadvantage is I don't know anybody from Emmerdale. Never watched it in my life. So all these people will be on the screen. I'm going,
Well, I mentioned this on Radio Jackie this morning. We were talking about Corriedale on the Jackie Breakfast Show, and one of our listeners rang up and quite rightly said, "You need to watch the previous episodes." I'm like, "How far back do we go? Do we go back to the Ina Sharples era? You know, how many do I need to watch to get up to date?"
Minnie Caldwell? No, you don't. But there's some storylines.
Do you think other soap operas would do it? Do you think it'd be like EastEnders meets Home and Away? Get off of my beach!
You slag.
Yeah, you've got to say you slag in an Australian accent. You slag.
You slag.
You slag.
Get out my Barbie. It's just ridiculous. You heard about Alfie Moon? Just been eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
You know, that would be great.
God, that hour went quick, didn't it? I'm talking to a published author, M.A. Fitzgerald, on Wednesday, talking about his debut book.
Or what is that a lady or a gentleman, or what is it?
It's a gentleman. And yes, talking to published author, M.A. Fitzgerald on Wednesday. Looking forward to that.
And what does he write about? So we can just
it's fantasy fiction, and I'm really looking forward to talking to him about it.
Excellento, ambassador. Oh, how you spoil us.
And can I just say, if anyone's watching and they would like to talk about a particular subject on Wednesday, I can source a guest pretty easily. If there's anything you'd like me to have a deep dive into, let me know. Just hit me up on the socials, and I'll be delighted.
And on a Monday, it's a very good idea. And on a Monday, if there's anything that's like really grinding your gears, as Peter Griffin would say, or you want to get off your chest, or you'd like to discuss, absolutely, it's your show.
Yeah,
we're not the
Dr.
BBC.
Asa, all the very best with your continued recovery. There's a picture of us doing radio. On
Asa,
radio.
get well soon in John Hopkins.
Mm-hmm. And to Nurse Ashley.
From the Rolling Stones. And until we meet again, Neil will be back on Wednesday at 12 noon with his special guest, fantasy author. Ooh.
And you're back on Friday.
Until then, and then we're back on Friday. Take care. And remember, until Trump puts a Chinook over 10 Downing Street, no naughty words.